Right, and you have been coming out with the crucial information. Now, not to say that people of color could still, be critical and, because, for instance, the King Alfred plan and the update of that, the Rex 84 plan, that needs to be read on the air to your million of listeners. This is an 8-hour plan of how they're going to localize all the enforcement and then come in and divide up the families, put people in concentration camps, and then their end game is the mass burn trash incinerators that get up to 5,000 degrees. That is what they're trying to, this is their final solution, because in Nazi Germany, they were killing 10,000 people a day, and the ash from burning up folks caused a bottleneck. So it slowed down the production, per se. And so...
Well, God bless you. Common side effects. We got to go to break, but God bless you and your points. We're going to come back and take more calls. Quick comment, Steve Quayle, on what he was saying.
Well, first of all, I agree with what he was saying about the end game, and that is to basically kill the people and incinerate them and get them out of every form of eyesight possible. But I think that more importantly, Alex, is that they have an end game. And remember, this is the globalists. This isn't just the willing dupes in the U.S. military, the U.S. Law and justice.
Stay there. Explain when we get back. Steve Quayle. I've got a report here. A man 2 hours before Obama was going to be in a town from New Hampshire was on the street with a gun in open view, and they arrested him for not having a license. There's no license to own a gun in New Hampshire, Texas, Vermont. They give you a license to conceal, because under the common law, concealing a weapon is illegal. So they are definitely getting upset about that. We got a guest coming on the last 30 minutes of the show today who was on Hardball and the rest of it with the loaded handgun down the street from the event at a Free State Project event to show that people are going to openly demonstrate the Second Amendment so we don't lose it. That gentleman is joining us. I want to keep taking calls here for Steve Quayle. George in Illinois, you're on the air with Steve Quayle. Go ahead.
Hey, Jones, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, I haven't seen you mention this on the website, but the bill to audit the Fed in the Senate has 23 sponsors, and even some big globalists like McCain, and both of your senators are co-sponsoring it.
Yeah, we constantly link to the 287 or whatever it is sponsors in the House, the 20 plus in the Senate, and the film I'm making. I mean, I got to admit, when I'm spending 8, 9, 10 hours a day just on this film, because it's hard to make one of these films, and we got like 4 guys in here, 5 guys total making it. And it's really me, Rob, and Aaron doing the lion's share of actually the editing, the video, the research. That I don't have a lot of, I do miss a lot of things. So that's why we are taking your calls. But very, very exciting.
Yeah, and one more thing for Steve. He really needs to check out that book, The Family, by that Jeff Charlotte that you had on. That is an amazing expose on the phony Christians.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate your call, George. Yeah, all of this is putting heat on the elite, though. And the fact that everybody is waking up to the New World Order, I want to warn the feds that they bombed the Oklahoma City building in 95 to demonize the Liberty Movement when Oklahoma passed a law against the UN takeover. That isn't going to work this time. People now know the New World Order is real. Steve, well, how do you see this unfolding?
Well, first of all, I think that they have to go hot because they know that the people are awakening. The audit the Fed, listen, you've got control of the nation's money. You've got control of the nation. That's what lobbyists are. That's what payoffs are, bribery. And when payoffs and bribery don't work, then you use blackmail. So that's why I believe things are going to have to go really hot. Also, I think people are losing track of the fact that there are extraneous events to us that are taking place right now, i.e. Israel and Iran. Now, why is that important to us? It is my contention that the devils that know how to go for what's going on in this country will most likely try and link and sync with a major world event so they can cover up their nefarious deeds. In other words, a worldwide traumatic event. And you know what Tommy Frank said, the minute a nuclear weapon goes off in the United States, the bottom line is it's all over the Constitution. It's my what would you say, learned and calculated thought process that we are going to see multiple events taking place and that they will use an international event, whether it's London going up or D.C. or New York going up, meaning going up by a nuclear weapon, that It's going to be the false flag scenario. It's going to be integrated. And listen, Alex, they don't ever intend to give up power. So anytime there's a threat to their power, they have to take the eyes of the awakened off of the events that led up to their awakening and substitute something else. So what I'm saying is they will come up with a false flag or multiple false flags, tying it into an international event, and then, their killing spree begins in this country.
See, I see them testing the flu to see if they can get people to take the shots, and then beta testing each time for a bigger event. I see the incremental system where they contract, we push back, they release some of the contraction. Then they contract again, we push back, they release some of the contraction. As soon as we give up again, think we've won, they contract again. That's the technique I see them using as they try to get control of us. But, I just hope you're wrong, Steve. You've been right about a lot of...
Can I tell you something? I hope I'm wrong, but you've got to say this. You said it at the opening case. I called this one 12 to 13 years ago on how the flu would be utilized as a bioweapon. The dead
You actually did it longer ago than that. You did it in, 96. I guess that's 13. Yeah.
Well, the deal is that all I'm trying to say is that, look, I hope I'm wrong too, but we're seeing too many things taking place that suggest that, look, I go back to that little formula: identification, vilification, nullification, death. It was Chris Matthews who should be arrested by the FBI for stating on his show that everybody that doesn't buy the health bill, do you see the quote? They should be strapped down and injected with scopolamine. In essence, they should be lethally injected. Now, excuse me, is that not a hateful thing to say? But see, Alex, it's double standards. What works for them is acceptable. What works against them must be put down at all costs.
Well, yeah, like Obama says, put his poster up on stop signs. We're saying don't do that. Put it up on legal places, and they're saying arrest me. So you can have the Obama thing as him as hope and change. You can't with me. Steve, stay there. More phone calls with Steve Quayle straight ahead.